We've Grana, we've Ninny Bong, I'm Engineer Hoist, and welcome to our weekly Transformers Earth Wars news stream and more. Yeah, sorry about last week. I was, had a plumbing problem in my house. It was taking longer than I expected, and I really needed to get it done because it was holding up a whole bunch of stuff. So that's why we didn't stream last week. But, so anyway, last week was a 4-star Titan event. If you guys were battling for it, I hope you got it. I didn't go for it. I don't have the Titan yet, so don't need to get the 4-star part. But if you were going for it, I hope you got it. Let's say hi to everybody here in the chat. We've got, let's see, Silverbolt 94, Bryant Meredith, RB Blades, Chris Taylor, Thavish Tiger, Volcanicus 69, Fitz 19, Oktar, one of our channel members. Thank you so much for your support. Piglin Plays, Super VH, Grand Galvatron, a couple of our moderators. Just again, thank you for your help. As always, William Wilkinson, Risk is here, Wolfman, Lord Avix, and yeah, lots more people showing up as we go along. Familiar faces, some maybe, or names really. But thank you guys for coming back. If it's your first time here, welcome. One of the things that happened since we last streamed is we hit 10,000 subs. So very cool. Thank you guys for subscribing and being there. And I wanted a play button, so I drew one out, just as a joke, you know, because you don't get anything for 10,000 subs. You get a couple of things, but nothing really to celebrate. So I made one for myself. You don't get an official one until like 100,000. That's so far away. So just a joke, yeah. So yay to me and to you for helping support the channel. Yeah. So yeah. We got quite a bit of stuff to do tonight because you know, we missed out last week. I've got a bunch of crystals on both accounts. Oktar, thank you. Yes, 7 months, awesome. Taking advantage of that that free stuff, free notification thing or whatever. But yeah, so we got a bunch of crystals. We had hit the VIP. You know, the VIP rewards came, I think it was last week, so we could have done it last week, but we didn't get to it. So we got it this week, and so many notifications. Anyway, and then I also did get a couple of shipments of new figures to look at. So once we get done with all the Earth Wars stuff, we'll go check out a couple of different hauls. So how about we go ahead and quit blabbering and get to it. First up, the news: Unchained Melody. And I have to admit, I haven't been keeping up with the story, but I have a feeling this has to do with that Melody character in the game and something to do with that. So let's see if we can go do this. Yes, take part in this weekend's event to win 7,500 Prime Core Shards and 75 total Shard Crystals, 25 Premium Combat Chips, 25 million Alloy, and Energon 250,000 Spark, if I can say the numbers correctly. It's an individual prestige event. It's not a usual Prime Core event, but I think we've seen one of these pretty recently. It starts at the usual Friday start time, as the usual Monday stop time. 25 prestigious Super XP during the event. Hit headquarters level 4, hit the yellow event button, pick your zone, win the battle, win the points, collect the points, collect the prizes. No alliance needed because it's an individual event. The event battle zones are the standard battle zones. Prime Core events are usually the flat ones, but it's the standard battle zones this time. And here's a list of your prestiges. Quite a few prizes there. You can go through this up to 25 times. So quite a few points if you want to complete it all the way through. But hey, you know, do as much as you can and have a good time doing it. There's plenty of rewards out there, even if you can't complete the whole thing. And if you're not familiar with the Total Shard Crystal, here you go. I'm not sure if we've seen this one exactly before, because I know we've seen Shard Crystals before, but they definitely upped the 3-star and the Premium and added some 5-star shards in there as well. So I think this is a new version of their Shard Crystals, or at least my memory's not good. So there you go. So so the combat bots. Last time we were here, we only just saw who they were, but we didn't see the bios. So we've got Pinpointer here. got the figure of him. He came with the Netflix Megatron. Pinpointer is one of the coolest of heads, even in the most torrid and fraught situations. Little or nothing ruffles his steadfast belief that preparation, observation, and tactical evaluation are the cornerstones of any successful campaign. But his real skill lies in finding anyone or anything with only the bare scraps of intel to go on. So there you go. He is a little dude and he turns into a gun. Very much like all of the combat bots. Now I'm just looking at his in-game image. It shows that he's got his barrels pointed up. I think that's just to reuse like a fire drive or something. The toy actually, the barrels actually fold and point down. So the model that they used in the game is not the same one as we used for the toy. His next one is his counterpart is Singe. Same kind of thing. They share a toy mold. Singe was just normal release in Earthrise. He does happen to be the target master partner originally of Spinister, but you see he's also got the barrels pointing down. Same exact mold as Pinpointer, so it kind of makes sense that these two would share a mold in the game as well. But again, he's got the barrels pointed up, so it's not quite the same thing as what the toy turned out to be. But hey, it's fine. Singe is quite literally too hot to handle. With the firepower to match his fiery temperament, don't tell Singe the odds because he'll just fire. Because that'll just fire him up all the more to buck them. The crazier, the more impossible the task, the better as far as he's concerned. Just light his fuse and stand well back. And thank you, Spectre Spark, for supporting the channel as well for 4 months. It says very cool. Thank you. So there you go. So there are those two new combat bots. The bios came out last week, but again, we weren't talking about it. But we did also learn their ability this week. The bots, they shoot plasma, dealing increased damage and 8 times more damage to walls. Every 5 seconds, they fire a beam that heals it for a percentage of the damage dealt. Air class only. So it does seem like a kind of a cross between like a fire drive and who was the other one that shoots plasma? I can't. Spoil Sport, I think. I haven't tried them out, but it kind of sounds like that. I'm sure there are other people out there who know a little bit better. Plus, also, if you have the newsletter, the play testers, they have them put in some thoughts as well. So, time will tell whether they're a particularly useful combat bot or not. But they can't all be winners, right? So, yeah. So those are the new combat bots. And of course, since we learned the ability, they'll be available this weekend in bundles. And that's pretty much all the news that I picked up. Again, the 4-star Titan part was last weekend, so congrats to everybody who completed that. Also, I didn't get a chance to watch last week's stream, but they mentioned that the Battle Pass is coming. Apparently, it's going to be like for something like the $10 US level. You'll get some extra perks, like maybe some skins, a little bit extra XP, some stuff like that for the course of a saga. Usually 5 or 6 weeks is what they're doing. So I think that's what they said that I heard people talking about. But there was no mention of it in the newsletter. Certainly no details. So we'll definitely talk about that more once we actually get it fully revealed, like in the newsletter. So at that point, we'll go talk about our go to our community corner. These are some images that were shared from some folks in my Discord. So I do appreciate you guys putting in your submissions. PBChew, as always, with the fantastic Minecraft representation of Singe this time. So there you go. I think he's done all of the combat bots. So you can, I don't know if I can get close enough. You can. It normally focuses. Maybe that's too close. So you can see he's got a little bit of a blue face there. So yeah, very cool. And we've got Thavish Tiger shared, I believe this was a drawing that he did. And I know Spider-Man, that's not Transformers, but I went ahead and shared it anyway because Spider-Man was actually in one of the G1 comics that was put out by Marvel. Transformers issue 3, Spider-Man actually did appear in those comics, and actually for a while after Marvel, their contract ended, reprints of them, you could not find issue 3 anywhere because Spider-Man was in it. I think that's since been relaxed. You can get issue 3 through various places where you can get the Transformers comics and stuff like that. So I think that issue's kind of been resolved. But yeah, Spider-Man was actually in G1 issue number 3 back in 1984 or so. So yeah, very cool. All the different Spider-Men, spider people, because there's some females in there too. So anyway, moving on. So here's also another picture from him of Optimus Prime. I think that's a hero masher, one of those where you can like take apart the arms and the legs and kind of put different from other figures. You can mix and mash them and stuff like that. I think that's what that is. Not entirely sure, but yeah, it's still pretty cool. Of Optimus Prime, and I want to say that's the Robots in Disguise type of version of Optimus Prime. Yeah, so very cool. Thank you for sharing. And that's all we got this week for the news and for the community stuff. If you happen to be watching somewhere other than YouTube, there's the link right there. YouTube.com/EngineerHoist. Pretty easy. And want to also give a thanks to all of our channel members that are scrolling on the screen right now. Thank you. I really do appreciate all of your support. Thank you also to the moderators who will be showing up here in a moment, helping out, not just on the stream, but also in the Discord chat. I do appreciate all of the help that you guys have been providing. And that takes us right around to the end. If you're interested, here, I'll go ahead and hold up these combat bots because I know it's a little small up in that corner screen. So there is Pinpointer and Singe for you, in case you're interested. So there we go. What do we do next? We do crystals, right? How about we go do some crystal cracking? So small. Yes, indeed. Oh. Yeah, I held the button for too long and Siri activated and didn't understand why I activated her. So we've got 112 crystals here. It's quite a few. So 92 premium crystals, 15 combat chips, a couple of gold power core chips, and a couple of 4-star crystals. We'll do the combat chip, or the power core chips first. We got almost the same, or roughly the same, I think, give or take a few over on the Decepticon account too. So get comfortable. Be here a little while. Tap to shielding. And slow down photon. Pretty sure I'm set on all of those. So let's see. We'll do the combat chips. Am I not going to get Metroplex? No, I'll get Metroplex at some point. I just not quite ready yet. Because my bots are real. I haven't focused on like one particular squad of bots. So my teams are not really that powerful, so I'm not sure if I'd even be able to complete it if I tried. And sometimes it's a matter of you got to find the time to sit down and record, because I do want to record it to share it with you guys. And sometimes I'm just playing the game, just sitting on the couch or the comfy chair or anything like that. It's not really a place where I'm going to record it, So, but I'll get it. I'll go fight for it at some point. Complete Regenesis. Oh, what is that for the Helio Harvester? I don't want the Helio Harvester. It's gonna take up space on my base. Red Alert, welcome. Good to see you. You just need a 24K power squad. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not sure if I can quite put together 24K, or if I can, it's just barely 24K, and I'm not sure if it's necessarily going to be the right mix. So, all right. So we got mostly 2 stars, but we did get 1 3-star. But they're all still duplicates out of that. Honestly, I didn't even catch what the first 5 were. Okay, so let's do 2 of these premium crystals, and then we'll hit the X10 button. Do I have any spare Autobot symbol stickers to give away? I think I have some. I'm not sure about the to give away part of it, but I might have a few laying around. I've got a lot of third-party bots I just never put stickers on. I kind of need to do that. RB Blade says, base 1 of the Titan campaign, bring Windblade. I'll try to keep that in mind. I'm not sure if Windblade would hit my 24K squad, because she's relatively new to my team. I mean, I've had her a while, but I've had a lot of other bots a lot longer, so they're a lot higher level. No, you don't have to complete Regenesis. The Omega Supreme Combiner Wars, I think, actually is after the Regenesis. So is the Titan, and you don't have to complete Regenesis for either of them. Oh look, we got a 4-star duplicate Springer. That's cool. And a gold G1 Springer core. Nice. I have my Cronus on Springer though, so it doesn't really matter. So maybe I'll put that that G1 Springer on my 3-star. Oaktar's is saying that, hey, you could get Metroplex. They made base 2 and 5 easier. Oh, well, I didn't even know they were hard. didn't even try, but okay, I guess I'll have to sit down at some point and go get Metroplex. And yeah, they actually even refreshed our playtester account, so I had gotten Metroplex on the playtester account just to test it out, but they refreshed it, and I don't have them now, not even on the playtest account. So yeah, I suppose I need to go do that campaign. Alright, so we got a few 3-stars there. Big Bronze Room, welcome. Good to see you. Optimus Prime is a must-have for the Titan campaign. Well, luckily my Optimus Prime is one of my stronger bots, so...
Roll now! Jetfire!
We just keep going with the Dupe City party.
Deploy!
Oh, there's Prowl. That must be a fairly recent addition to the premium crystals, being able to get Prowl out of them. That would be nice if we could pull a 4-star Prowl. That would be one more towards the 4-star Magnaboss. I've got Silverbolt at 4-star, but that's the only one. So, Heatwave, how's it going? Welcome. Blades, did you invite your buddy Heatwave over there? Your boss? Heatwave? You know, got a couple of rescue bots in the stream. Somebody invite Chase and Boulder. Okay, so yeah, mostly 2 stars there. Did get a 3-star light speed. Blade's like, I don't know who he is.
Now,
You guys have 2 rescue bot names. That's what I'm going with. Just play along. Play along. Roll to the rescue. I don't know if I can do it right now, but yeah, for whatever reason, I really like the Rescue Bots intro song. I would sing that right along with it, word for word. But I don't think I could do it right now on command. But
Deploy.
got a Warpath and a Grimlock at a 3-star. Nothing much else there. Are these warrior crystals? Nah, these are premium crystals. Joseph Trujillo, good to see you.
Attack. Deploy. Now.
Big Bronze Rim approves of the 4-star ability for the Titans. Cool. I am saving up my 3-star shards for the 3-star Titan part. So at some point, when I do finally complete it, I'll be able to get the 3-star.
Now, reap the whirlwind. Roll out.
There's Shoulder Pads Prime. Looking forward to getting a figure of him in the Legacy toy line. What they say, is it March or May? I think their first ones are supposed to be coming out. I've got him pre-ordered, so yeah. We'll be seeing a new Shoulder Pads Prime toy here within a few months.
Deploy.
Thoughts on the Shattered Glass Cores? I saw something about, are they just skins? Yeah, I don't think they actually, do they add abilities? 'Cause I didn't manage to see the stream, but I did see pictures of them. If they're just skins, then yeah, that's cool.
Optimus Prime.
Yeah, it's one of those things where if I get them, I'll put them on for a little while, then I'll probably take them off at some point. I took all the War for Cybertron cores off all my bots. I think the Shattered Glass would probably look a little bit better because, you know, the War for Cybertron just made them so dark and so dirty. Yeah, so I wasn't a big fan of the War for Cybertron. I mean, they were okay. You know, I was like, okay, that's cool, but then after a while, you're just like, Oh, let's see. Yeah, just 3 stars. No fancy bonuses for. You have to pay for them. Oh, so they're included in the battle pass. Yeah, like I mentioned earlier, they don't really have a lot of information about the battle pass. So I mean, it seems like a cool idea. A lot of people have been asking for it for a little while. So. Optimus, Surfing Monkey.
Now, reap the whirlwind.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes as far as the battle pass goes, because like I said, I've had to really kind of be careful with my spending and all that. Oh look, we had a 4-star Sea Spray come through as a duplicate. Very cool. Attack core, fine. And that was it for that. And we didn't complete any additional crystals, although we did get 5,000 additional 3-star shards, so that's cool, getting me closer to that Metroplex part. Oh, so close to a 4-star crystal too. Look at that, 2488. It's almost worth getting a 3-star crystal just to push that over the hump. But I'm not going to, because we already have 2 4-star crystals here to crack anyway. So I have a feeling we're going to have 2 more 4-star dupes here. Yes, indeed. First one is Sideswipe. Rejuvenate core. I do like the Rejuvenate. And the final 4-star duplicate on this account is Nose Cone. I do like the Combiner Spark and the Food Tactician core. And oh my goodness, it says 9? Did we just complete a 5-star crystal? I did not even realize I was that close. Wow. I think I'll save it for the Omega Supreme rocket ship. No way. Get out of here. I'm not doing that. Oh, wow. I didn't even realize I was that close to a 5-star crystal. Oh, my goodness. Guys. Oh, my. Did not even realize. What should I get? I don't even know. Skylinks, Red Alert, Brainstorm, Pipes, Slash. That's a good one. I think Skylink, Slash, Brainstorm, I think all would really be great. Oh my. Swoop, Impactor, Rook, Sea Spray, Bumblebee. Oh. 7. We're down to Shoulder Pads Prime or Jetfire. That's probably a good one to go for. I mean, I think they both would be really good. I think they've been, then I mean, it's like a 50-50. Let's just keep going through. Legacy 6. I got Hotspot out of that one already. This one's got Sandstorm, First Aid, Goldfire, Rust Dust. What about 5? Snarl, Rodimus Prime, Warpath, Perceptor, RC. Yeah. Completed 4. This one we got Firefly, Springer, Jazz, Ultra Magnus. We go back here, Optimus Prime, Wheeljack, Drift, Windblade. Or you can go all the way back to the first one. Grimlock, Silverbolt, Gnaw, Hot Rod, Sunstreaker. What are you guys saying? Oh. So we got some people saying 7 and other people saying 7. So this is I think I agree with all of you saying 7. So I think we're going to go with 7. Okay. Jetfire or Shoulder Pads Prime. There we go. Let's find out. It is Jetfire. Okay, so next one is a guaranteed Shoulder Pads Prime. Cool. I think he's my first 5-star jet, isn't he? Well, I mean, Alita is a jet, but she's not an air class bot. Well, I guess Blades kind of is, but no, he's the first one of the air class, like one shot. So yeah, cool. I had no idea that was even going to happen. That's a nice little surprise. Autobot Phil says he's got Jetfire at level 61, ability 11, and he's a monster. Well, I guess I better go start leveling him up. Red Alert wants to get him. Well, next one is going to be definitely finishing off Legacy 7. And then, honestly, of all the other ones I looked at, yeah, the current one with the Skylinks and Red Alert and all of them, that's probably the next one I'll work on. So I do think the current Legacy is probably the next one I'll go for. Why didn't I upgrade my research lab? What do you mean? Oh, for for the final level, it's because you need that to level your bots past 60. I don't have any bots at 60 yet. I don't need to upgrade it. And I think it takes Z Energon, and well, I guess I probably have enough to do it, but I just haven't needed to. That's why. So let's switch over to our Decepticon account. Oh, I probably need to turn the music on. Let's go ahead and do that. As we swap over here. When it allows me to switch, there we go. There we go. Oh, we got some bots that were finishing up some leveling. First, a combiner. Tripredicus, level 7. I have not stayed on top of his leveling as much as I did the Autobot side. Go ahead and send him back. And who are the other bots? Ramjet, got him past 40 now. And that's it. I got one more in there cooking. And that's Skull Cruncher. So there's that. I really haven't played the Decepticon account much. Even the events haven't played much. So apologize to my alliance mates. I'm surprised you haven't kicked me out yet, but there we go. So it says we got some crystals. I'm pretty sure those are like the free crystals. Might as well go ahead and grab them. And I think also, oh, missed that one. Then there's also the Prime Core shards, but I mean, it's the G metal chips, but I'm saving because I still have Prime Cores to get. Davish Tiger, should you level up your 4-star Cheetor because you heard somewhere the 4-star is not good? Well, yeah, level him up. I mean, he's as good as a 4-star cheater should be. You know, the people who are saying, oh, they don't use the 4-star Cheetor, it's probably because they have the 5-star Cheetor, and of course you're going to use the 5-star. But if you just got the 4-star, use him. He's good. I use the 4-star Black Arachne on my Decepticon account, and she's great. Cheetor will do great for your account. Do it. Do it.
Just do it.
Even Shia agrees. And free crystals, yay! Okay, so kind of the same thing here. We got a few more crystals on this side, so we'll go ahead and do these power core chips first again. The Death Pulse. Pretty sure I don't have Death Pulse on any of my bots. If it's on any bot, it would probably be on the Decepticon account, and that would only have been because I had no other power cores and I just wanted to put a power core on somebody. I'm pretty sure I don't. I like the Rejuvenates. If there's no other core to put on a bot, put a Rejuvenate on the bot. If you can't think of anything better, give him Rejuve. G-Metal Adaptive Shielding. I can't even use it right now because I'm not HQ17 on this account. Let's crack some combat chips. I have not been keeping up with the reading Grand Galvatron. I apologize. Fitz is saying adaptive shielding is quite bad. Yeah, I have like I can't remember if it's the point or the flame, you know, the point beam or whatever, or the Omni Flamer. Can't remember which one I have on the Autobot account, but definitely not the adaptive shielding. Okay, 10 at a time. Didn't even really pay attention to what went past there. Point defense. There you go. Still have the game over here. Yeah, it's the point defense. kind of want to get a crater maker at some point, because I've got my 5-star Dirge, and I don't think I even have a 3-star crater maker. So I'd like to get at least a 4-star or a 5-star crater maker for that Dirge, but oh goodness, we're going to be here forever with all these premiums. Apple Dragon. Oh, 2-star Dupe City. There's the Omni Flamer. Let's turn that off. We'll do these 3, and then we'll finish it. Very sus? Not sus at all. I told you where I got them all from the VIP rewards. Okay, let's re-enable the X10. Oakthar says, I've invested too much in some of the cores I have on my bots and defenses to change them at this point. Yeah, that's kind of the same thing too. I mean, some of the cores and stuff I've gotten all the way up to maxed them out, and I'm just like, do I really want to work on maxing out another one just to swap it when it's working perfectly fine the way it is? And the answer generally is no. As far as the building cores go, I've got most of those pretty well done, but because that's easier because you don't have as many to work on, and alloy is generally more plentiful in the game. Energon is really what holds me back from leveling my cores any more than I do. I've got plenty of cores to fuse, but the Energon holds me back.
Crush them!
This Green Goblin once said, "Do you know how much I've sacrificed?"
Deploy! Crush them!
2-star Dupe City. 2-star Dupe City.
Swindle.
Swindle. I like how he whispers that. Swindle.
Deploy!
Definitely like the way they have Megatron said some of their names. He whispers Swindle. Look. Look. Yeah, scream.
Deploy!
3-star broadside, 4-star broadside, and 4-star Alita a few weeks ago. Very cool. The Dupe City of Doom. Hey, we got a 3-star dupe there finally.
Kick back.
Oh, that was actually kind of weird. Kick back.
Crush them! Deploy!
4-star Mixmaster dupe. One of my very first 4 stars, Mixmaster. Oh, he didn't say it. Look. I was like, oh yes, there's a hook, but he didn't say it. Oh, he'll say deploy or crush them. Crush them. Gold G1 Mixmaster Core. I might have that already. If not, then that's a very good pull. Super PH writing out the way Megatron says it. Hook.
Crush them!
Oh, every time we get those Lio Kaiser bots, we get to crush them. Like Megatron, with his order for ice. You want a cube? Ah, there's the Starscream. You want them cubed or crushed? Crush them! Yeah, he gets all ASMR with Bombshell. Deploy.
Shockwave! Skywalk!
Oh, he's calling out Shockwave and Skywarp now, but... Oh, that's Cobra Commander. Shut up.
Deploy! 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 Deploy!
Devastator, the other combiner he calls by name? Does he call him by name?
Crush them!
I don't remember that. There it was! Hook!
Megatron! Breakdown! Deploy! Deploy!
Yeah, Berserk's probably on it right there. Because I'm pretty sure they had Peter Cullen and Frank Welker just at the very beginning saying a few names. That's why a lot of them are just crush them and deploy and roll out and stuff like that, not the actual names, except for like the first few bots that were there in the game. And it's a pretty good chance they're like, hey, just go ahead and say Devastator. He's going to be in the game at some point. We don't know when, but go ahead and say Devastator for us. Well, come on, say Devastator for us. So that's probably what happened. It only says Superion's name. They may actually have brought him back for Devastator and Superion because I don't think they were it was that far after they launched the game. So they may have actually asked them to go ahead and say those names, but I'm pretty sure they're not continuing to go back to those guys to keep saying names.
Breakdown!
Yeah, last round of premium crystals. Finally.
Deploy!
Deploy.
Crush them! Deploy! Crush them! Attack!
There we go, and that is it. Got a gold guided missiles. I'm not sure if I had that one on this account, so very cool. Okay, so it says get more. I think we might have actually gotten to a point. No, I think it was just the 3-star crystals. I'm very far from a Triptychon, but should I save the 3-star shards and just go ahead and get it, or should I just crack a bunch of 3-star crystals? I don't know. I'll think about it. Maybe we'll do it later. Maybe we'll save it for another stream. Alright, so we've got 2 4-star crystals. Very likely to be duplicates. Let's see. First one is Megatron. Ooh, I do like that, though. The gold G1 Megatron Power Core. I'm pretty sure I don't have that, and I would like to put that on my Megatron. And the second one is a duplicate Cyclonus. Which, yeah, okay. Flare Mine, yeah, fine. It's just unfortunate because Cyclonus, they gave him the ability of Power Glide, which is not exactly the most impressive in the game, and on top of it, they used the Combiner Wars version of Cyclonus, which is like the worst version. And granted, I know this didn't exist when they made it in the game, but this is the Cyclonus that they need. But this didn't exist in the game. This didn't exist when they showed up in the game, but that's what I prefer that he looked like. But yeah, they were basing it on the current toys of the time, so. Well, that's it for the crystal cracking segment of the show. Not really super eventful. Got a couple of power cores that may potentially help out. Yeah. So, let's see. Prime and Duncan says, hey Hoist, I've been watching your streams on my phone, so I couldn't say anything, but now that I'm in on my laptop, I can say hello. Well, hello! Hello! Glad to have you here. Spectrum Spark says, crack 'em. That wouldn't be that hard to get back in there. Let's see anybody else. Have a good one, Thavis Tiger. Thanks for your art from earlier. I think we'll just move on. So, I had 2 shipments of figures. One which came a week and a half ago, which would have been in time to show for last week's stream, which obviously that didn't happen. And then I got another one exactly a week later, last Friday, which a whole nother set, which would have been, this is the stream we'd see him. So how about we just go ahead and get to it if I can remember which ones was which. First up, I got this guy. This is the third party from Toy World of the World War II Autobot. So he's very cool. I've pretty much gotten this whole line. It started with Bulldog, which is like the old World War I tank. There's a little Bumblebee, the whole Seekers as the triplanes and all that. And this is the they call him Fierce Hot, is the official third party name, and he's pretty cool. Transformation's a little complex. couple of issues, like he's got a couple of joints that aren't super tight, and even this here. Some of them, like this one, it's a screw. I probably just need to tighten down the screw. And this is a ball joint, so that's pretty easily fixed. But I mean, he looks great in this robot mode, and he looks great in his vehicle mode, and it's really cool. So I am happy that I got him, but yeah, he needs some joint tightening. So way better than the one that we got from Hasbro. But yeah, I mean, you also pay for it too. I mean, the one you get from Hasbro is the normal price of a deluxe. This guy was like $90, which is all the more disappointing why he's, you know, so loose and so many joints. But like I said, it's fixable. So in addition to him, I got a trio of figures from Iron Factory. First up, Alpha Trion. They called him Last Prophet. Very cool toy. I mean, he looks great. I love the staff that he comes with. It's kind of got a little matrix there in the middle. And he's basically the same mold as Scourge. So when he transforms, he turns into a space boat, just like Scourge. I think they remolded the shoulder pieces. Obviously the head. I think the chest might be a little different too. But mostly it's the same. I mean, it was not that difficult to redo the shoulders. 'Cause, I mean, even the Scourge that we got from Iron Factory, he had options. Like, you had like 3 different heads, and you had like 2 or 3 different sets of shoulders. So you can mix and match. So like if you got like, if you wanted to build out a sweep army, you could have bought multiple versions of the Iron Factory Scourge, given them each a different head and different shoulders, and you could have had essentially different robots. So yeah, it's pretty cool. But yeah, I was really looking forward to this guy. I don't have that many Alpha Trion figures, and so I was happy to see another one show up. So we got him. Also, in that shipment, we got Beachcomber. Pretty cool little bot. Took a little doing to kind of figure out the transformation. It you know, I mean, it was fine. I just, you know, I had to pull out the instructions a little bit. But what's cool about him, I didn't even realize that he's got rubber wheels, which is not something you typically find on the smaller figures like this. But I was having a good old time once I got him into the Doom Buggy mode, just kind of zipping him around on my desk while I was sitting there bored on a meeting or whatever. I'd just be having him to zoop 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 zoop. So it was pretty cool. But yeah, there he is. Got him all commando-like with his gun and stuff like that. Unlike a lot of the Beachcomber figures lately, you know, some of the third-party ones, they send him like with flowers or birds and stuff like that because of his, you know, tree hugger nature. At least in the Golden Lagoon episode. But I mean, come on, that's one of my favorite episodes, and he's the star of it. So, but no birds or anything with him. They did give him an alternate head, which is like the toy head. But you know, I like the cartoon, so I left the cartoon head on there. But yeah, it's pretty cool. The gun is kind of important, even though you may not want him to wield it or whatever. It is an integral part of the alt mode, because he's got spoiler halves on each of his forearms, and the gun actually fits in between them to complete the spoiler. So without them, there would just be a gap back there. So you kind of need the gun out. And just like with all the Iron Factory, you know, they come with basically closed fists, but they also come like with open hands and gun wielding hands. So even as it is, if you really want to pose them and have them in like a pose or something like that, you still need to keep the other fists handy, because you can't transform them with like the open hand for sure. The gun wielding hand maybe, but not the definitely not the open hand. Comb the desert. Are we taking this too literally, sir? Got a bunch of guys out there with giant combs. Are we being too literal? No, you idiot. He said comb the desert. We're combing it. Yes, please don't say the please don't say that last line. So the last one I got in there is Power Glide. He goes by Power Falcon. Oh, I forgot Beachcomber goes by Bay Razor. But yeah, old Power Falcon here. So he's pretty cool. His gun here, it's kind of weird looking, but it's another one where it doesn't have to be part of his alt mode, but I mean the two black humps that are on there are basically his rear wheels. So yeah, Red Alert's pretty happy. He just got one of these here today too. But yeah, transformation's a little tricky. My first time through, transformation was a little tricky, and I was like, oh man, because I had heard people were not too crazy about this guy, so I think that might have hurt some expectations for some reason or whatever. Transformation first time through was a little tough. Honestly, the reason I was having trouble was I missed a step. But once I figured out that step, I'm like, oh, that's what, and then everything fell into place, and it's fine. He does look a little weird because in his alt mode, I think it's mostly the tail because it kind of splits off into two different directions or whatever. So it looks a little weird, and it's not the smoothest transformation in the world, but it's not bad. But I think it's pretty cool. I like how he's kind of got a little bit of the wing still on his arm. That's not something you typically see with the Power Glide figures. It's usually all stuck up in there, in between. But yeah, he's pretty cool. Yeah, so I dig him. I like him. And away we go. That's right. All right, so that was the first ship. The arms going back was hurting you. What was tripping me up was the chest. I didn't catch in the instructions that the chest actually rotated. I didn't catch that. But yeah, the whole arm situation, like in here, was a little tight. See, what got me was I figured out the. I suppose I can kind of transform it for you guys here, since we're on there. I don't do that very often, transform things. So yeah, I kind of got them all splayed out like this, but the part that I missed was the chest. Getting the chest to rotate back. And see, I'm not even doing a very good job of it here, because these pieces need to be up a little bit more. So I missed the part about rotating that whole bit back, so you can see how it was there and got it rotated back. So now he's just all weird, like, hey, got weird arms now. Yeah, that part, yeah. That was the part I missed, because I got him basically everywhere every place I could go. Then I was trying to fold his cockpit down, but it wouldn't come down flush, and I was like, "What's going on? And then at some point I finally realized it at some point that that I missed that. Oh yeah, and then also pulling out his little gun. So that it goes and closes flush there. And I'm pretty sure I popped this piece off a couple times. And then while these are up, you rotate the waist. And I usually do the arms by this point. And so there's the arm, kind of goes in like that. This is why I'm not very good about giving instructions about transformations, because a lot of times I just kind of go by feel. Well, I can tell you, first thing, you got to take the gun out, and you kind of flip the fist. It only goes halfway. And then you fold the arm back like that, and then you kind of got to rotate. You're gonna bend it and then rotate this around so that it kind of comes up like that, and then you spin this around, and you can kind of see it's like a puzzle piece where it all tabs together. Hopefully. There you go. So then you kind of got that there. No, that spun a little bit. Kind of scares me though, because alright, so now you got them out kind of like that, and then these pieces here, you just rotate them, and then they fold back down, and they clip together, as you might expect. And they actually go under these wings, and then they tab in. And they tab in. And then you rotate the legs. And flip them out. And this is kind of a weird thing where you kind of push it up halfway. I don't know if you can see that. You kind of push it up halfway. And then you kind of fold it back in. I found this to be a particularly tricky part, because it doesn't stay up. It kind of wants to go back down, but you need it up to be able to fit around and into this tab. So there you go. Somehow, some way, it happened. Aren't those good transforming instructions? Somehow, some way, it happens. Kind of like that meme. Step 1, do this. Step 2, a miracle occurs. So there we go. A little bit closer. And then the feet, you kind of, oh, that's right, yeah. You pull it out to the side. And then this kind of goes, you angle it like that. Pull that out to the side. And then so there you go. There's Power Falcon. So like I said, the back end looks a little weird. And then your gun, you fold the handle up and you fold the barrel in. And then you got a couple of notches back here on either side of these screw holes. And these tabs go in there. It kind of helps hold the back together. And you can flip out the the front landing gear. And then he'll sit there like a good little plane. There you go. Bird. Right. That's what A10s do. So yeah. It's a little tricky the first time through, but once you've done it a couple times, it's doable. The legs are a little tricky, you know, still. Because you kind of just gotta get, you know, kind of tease them in there. I'm seeing Fitz19 is asking, what's the figure's name? This is Power Falcon from Iron Factory. You guys know him as Power Glide. And yeah, Grand Galvatron, if they were to do, if they did a recolor, that this would be a Viper. Because, you know, Viper's just recolored Power Glide. Let's see, so this other one, I got Slammer. Pretty cool little tank. You know, you raise the turret a little bit. Some people are saying that this wasn't super tight, and yeah, it's not super tight, but I think mine's tighter than I've seen other people's be. This little front part. But yeah, he's pretty cool. Also, his wave mate, Pipes. I showed off, what was it, Puffer and Road Ranger a little while ago. Huffer even earlier than that. So this guy, he completes the set of 4. So we got Pipes. You know, he's as good as any of the other ones. He most closely resembles Puffer because he's got that cab that spins around. But the bottom half and everything else works basically just the same. So in addition to him, if you're in the Discord, you saw I already showed this guy off. This is Fans Hobby Cap, which is their version of Hosehead. And I was really excited to see this guy came out because I still have my G1 Hosehead. He's not complete. I'm missing a few. I'm missing his gun. I'm missing his little pieces that go on the side of his head. But I've got him right here, Hosehead. So we'll go ahead and transform him since he's a G1 bot. It'll be easy to do. Flip these open. Pull this down. Get the arms out. Fold these back in. Give him a little bit more of a slim profile on the legs. And I'm just noticing he's got a little bit of yellowing going on. His gray plastic's kind of turning a little brownish. And then his headmaster bit there. He's got the little helmet. Normally he had a couple of little guns that sit on the side, look like little antenna. So there he is. You can see, definitely they took some liberties with the third-party version of him. So he's not just a straight-up slavish redo, which I think is cool. I mean, he's close enough that you can tell what it is. They both turn into fire trucks. And they're both headmasters. They kind of got the same kind of deal. And yeah, I think it's great. I'm very happy with them. I've only just recently gotten a few of the fans hobby stuff. Like I got the Minerva, I got the wheel blade, the wind blade in the car, and then this guy, and they're all basically the same kind of thing, the little headmaster deal. And yeah, I'm a fan of them. So got that. Also wanted to show off my G1. And the last one I got is David. New Age Optimus Prime, aka David. So there he is in his alt mode. He comes with the trailer, of course. He comes with roller, and it's pretty cool. You can spin roller's back section around so roller can pull the trailer. And of course, the trailer opens up and has goodies. You know, mostly he's got the little repair bay thing with the arm and the antenna. And the ramp is a little weird because normally it like slides out or whatever. This one actually flips out. But yeah, you still have the ramp. You know. And I think I saw something where like the oh yeah, you can put out the outriggers. It's even got the stands for the if it's just straight up trailer mode. And I think you can actually take the back wheels off. I'm not going to right now, but I think I saw you could take the back. Yeah, there's a plug. You can take the back wheels off and take this off and connect it together to have this kind of roll around on its own. So that's pretty crazy. But yeah, there's the Optimus Prime in his vehicle mode. Very similar to the Ultra Magnus. I think we saw the. I think we saw. Yeah, I showed off the New Age Ultra Magnus, which is basically essentially a white version of Optimus Prime inside the armor. I love that Ultra Magnus. It's great. So I was really curious. Is this going to be just the same figure? Not exactly. The upper body, I think, is mostly the same. The back of the robot is a little bit different. Otherwise, I think it's mostly the same. The legs are very different, though. The legs are quite different. So, kind of like David, but the chest and bot mode is very distracting. Yeah, it can be. Go ahead and transform this guy. We got some time to hang out. So we gotta do that. Not gonna be the smoothest. I've only transformed this guy once and I'm trying to do it from memory. I think I pretty well did it from you know, without the instructions. You know, the first time around too. But I will tell you, when we get up to this part here, even on the Ultra Magnus, I've changed that, I've transformed that a few times. I've transformed this one. I generally know where everything is, but I don't know the best sequence. So sometimes it's a matter of going back and forth trying to find the right sequence. I know where everything goes. I just don't know the best order to do it all in. So these things, bring them up, and all right, those fold up. These actually rotate around. These rotate around. That folds in. And this comes down. And tabs in. So, and then rotate. So there's one leg done. Okay, so rotate that. Flip this out. Flip the trailer thing in. Close this up. Close that up. Rotate around. So there you go. Now you got basically Optimus Prime legs with, you know, robot legs with a vehicle cab. Transform Element 01 is really growing. Nice transformation. I never got any of the Transform Element ones. I do have the Magic Square version of Optimus Prime. Alright, so we got that untabbed. So this is the part, pretty sure the first step is open his doors. But I have no fingernails, so I have a spudger. Then you open that up. Then you fold those down. Then you want to kind of get his arms out. They're tabbed on the inside, but it's a pretty solid tab. Okay, so you got it there. Go ahead and close that. You can rotate the fist around. And that arm's there. Getting me into robot mode's not quite as difficult as getting him back in vehicle mode. For me, it's a matter of oh, that one came more undone, a little bit easier. And you can see what's the top because he's got the little arrows. So you just rotate the fist to match. And these actually, you want to rotate them around to kind of be in the front. Not sure if it's the best order to do it that way, but that's where they end up. And the doors kind of fold in here, and the windows will fold in. So those actually fold in. You pull this out slightly, you want to rotate that. You can see that becomes the new chest. And then these kind of fold in. And then slide up under here. It's not the most straightforward transformation, but once you figure it out, it's actually not that bad. So yeah, so that comes out, and then that's just like this is the part where I think Red Alert was mentioning. It's kind of like the same thing a lot of people mention. You know, where you essentially have one chest rotate around in front of another. Oh, it doesn't go back. That was my problem. I forgot. You got to bring the head out first before you can get that fully back and seated. So like I said, I know all the parts generally, I just don't remember all the right order. So you see the one chest just kind of goes in front of the other. And then these, they go from here, and you kind of rotate them around, and to where they'll fold up into the chest. Then you rotate that around, straighten the arms, get the head in place, and then the back, you fold this out, rotate it up. And so there his back actually kind of has the normal Optimus Prime look. So this is one of the places where it's different from the Ultra Magnus version, is this spot right there. And the legs. Everything else is pretty much... So there he is. Good looking little Optimus Prime. And his chest does open. I don't think I've even opened it once, but chest opens, and he's got a little matrix inside, like it's basically a requirement for Optimus Prime figures to have nowadays. So there you go. Why is it so quiet? Everyone talk. What Prime toy is that? This is the New Age David. He's pricey. You know, it's like 120 bucks for this whole thing. But like I said, you got a really nice looking Optimus Prime. You got the whole trailer. You got a roller. He came with his... I don't have him right here with me. I've got him in the other room. Is Fitz still around? Yeah. He's got his usual gun. He's got the Energon axe, and he's got extra fists that you can swap out. So he'll give you the pointer finger, and I think also kind of like a grabby hand. So yeah, it's pretty cool. You know, just because of the price, I wouldn't necessarily recommend him for everybody. But I mean, if you've got the money set aside for it or whatever, then it's fine. Also, keep an eye out, because they are selling. They've basically repainted, putting out a repaint of this guy in pretty much any color you want. They've got a Dead Prime, you know, like the all gray color. They've got a Shattered Glass one. They've got a Nemesis one. I think I saw a Toxitron colored one, and I'm pretty sure they're all just the figure, without all of the trailer and accessories. So they're probably a little bit less expensive. So if you are looking for something like this, then you know, maybe you don't want to pay all that extra money for the trailer and everything, then you know, look for some of the other versions. I think they're coming out with a metallic version of one of them, so it'll be a little bit more shiny. So maybe that one won't come with the trailer. I'm not sure. I didn't really pay attention, but yeah. But I would say he's still probably going to be like maybe 80 or 90 bucks even without the trailer. So. You guys remember the other room? Yeah. Well, you know what it is. These figures, particularly the third-party figures, they come with so many accessories nowadays, especially like the Legends ones, like the Iron Factory and the New Age, because they want to give you hand options, but there's no way they're going to get articulated hands at that small scale. So instead of just having a fist or the gun holding hand, if they want to give you a point or a grabby hand, they'll just give you a fist to swap. It's been pretty much a staple for at least for Iron Factory for a few years now, and even for some of the New Age stuff, the newer stuff, I think it's pretty much a staple. But you have all that stuff, and you're not going to use it. You know, you can't have it sitting out with the figure all the time. So you know, I put it off in a bin somewhere. Actually, you know what? I actually have all the Optimus Prime stuff right here. It's not in the other room. I thought I put it away, but no. So he's got it. Yeah. So he's got a couple of pointer fingers, You know, so you could have him like, yeah. He's got his grabby hands. He's got his Energon axe, and he's got his gun. Yeah, I should just cut out this this segment of the stream and put this up as a review for this guy. That's basically what I've just done. So you just they're on pegs, so you just pull out the peg and peg it back in and. So there you go. There's a New Age David decked out with some options. Let me do like I've seen some of the grab my pointer tool, so you can see the Energon axe here, and then he's got the gun and a little bit of glare on his foot from the light right there. And I just because I saw that sitting there, pointed at him just because it was there. Where did I find the figure from? I got him from the Chosen Prime. That's where I've actually gotten most of my figures, especially the third-party stuff from lately. I got hit. In fact, all of these figures I showed you, the Chosen Prime. I put pre-orders in on them, and they all just happen to come in like right about the same time. And so one of the things I like about them, and other places where you can buy Transformers will do this as well, like TF Stores and I think Toy Dojo and stuff like that. They'll let you kind of stack things. In Chosen Prime, they call it roller stash. Whereas if you pre-order stuff, you can tell it, hey, put it in roller stash, and then even though it's arrived and you've paid for it, they won't ship it yet because they have free shipping over $150. So you don't have to buy $150 figures all the time. You can buy $25 figures, and then you just need to get for 6 of them to hit $150, and then it might take you a few weeks or a month or two or whatever, but once you've actually arrived at $150, you say, okay, we'll ship all of that stuff, and you don't pay for shipping. Otherwise, you'd have to pay for shipping on each thing that you send out, which could be $6 or $8 per thing. So that's what I do. That's why I tend to get things in bunches, because I wait for them to all stack up to hit that free shipping mark. So, but then you get some other stuff like when I got Fans Toys Thomas, he was $400. That dude by himself was over the $150 mark, so he was free shipping no matter what. Is Rodimus the Chosen Prime? He's not the store, but yes, Rodimus was the Chosen Prime. In fact, there was foreshadowing in the beginning of the movie when Optimus died and dropped to the Matrix. Rodimus picked it up and noticed everything around kind of went, went blue and glowed as he held the Matrix. That's like every time I see that, I'm like, that's foreshadowing. So 124 is such a small guy. He must be really good. Oh, I like him. Is he worth 120? If you've got limited funds, you could get so much more for 120 bucks. I mean, I can afford it. I budget for it, and so I can splurge on some luxuries and stuff like that. But if I had like $120 and to spend and didn't for like a year or for a long time, I would much rather use that 120 bucks on a bunch of these guys. They go for about 20 to 25 now. So I would rather get 5 to 6 of the mainline deluxe class figures instead of just one of them. But I suppose it depends too. I mean, if you're like super Optimus Prime fan, then maybe you do want to get something like that. So Or like RB Blades, you could go and get 30 plus bags of hot Cheetos. Oh, he's definitely high quality. I mean, he's got the plastic feels good. I'm sure you've gotten toys before that with plastic that just feels cheap. No, this stuff feels good. He's pretty well painted. He's not painted everywhere, but he's got some pretty decent paint on him. Like I said, the plastic feels good. The transformation is interesting. I'd say it's complex. It's not completely difficult. I mean, you got good accessories, and he looks great. So I mean, whether it's worth it or not is going to be up to each individual person. I thought it was worth it. That's why I bought it. There's going to be other people who say, that's ridiculous. It's not worth $120. That person is correct as well, because they're speaking for themselves. So it's hard for me to say whether it's worth it for me. That's all I can say. Whether it's worth it for you, it depends on your financial situation and your preferences. So, hot sauce of hot Cheetos. Well, I think it's about time to hop on out of here. It's getting to be about 9:30. We've done quite a bit. Actually transformed 2 figures tonight. 3! Hoist had 2. Let's bring him back out. That's I spoiled you guys tonight. And the interesting thing is, I have the stream stats that come up. All of this happened right after a whole bunch of people dropped off. In fact, 2 people just dropped off after I said that. So, but I do appreciate those of you guys sticking around. I appreciate you. You know I love you guys. I can see who it is. Fitz, RB Blades, Grand Galvatron. Yeah, I know you guys. You're always there for me, and I do appreciate it. And you know, that's fine. And I get it too, because the stream starts as Earth Wars stuff. So people want to see the Earth Wars stuff. Oh, he's bringing out the toys. I don't care about the toys. I just care about the game. Yeah, I get it. And you know, the problem is, and the people that do care about the toys, they wouldn't even join the stream because it's about Earth Wars. So I know I always talk about thoughts that I have and things I might be planning. And now I always talk about that, and then I never seem to do it. And this may be another one of those cases. But I'm also I'm starting to think that maybe, just maybe, these Earth Wars streams, I kind of just stick to Earth Wars, and then pick another night to stream about the toys. Even if I don't get around to reviews, because I always try, and I might do 1 or 2, like you saw a couple months ago. But I never seem to get around to it. But if I maybe pick another night that I can be consistent with, and just basically make it like a toy night. You know, I can talk about the haul that I got. You know, if I got new toys in, or if I didn't get new toys in, we'll talk something else. Maybe we'll talk about the news that happened in the toys that week. You know, maybe I'll spotlight a figure that's from the past. That was one of my favorites, because I just went through. I keep a database of all my Transformers, but I didn't start it until a few years into it. I was probably 2 or 3 years into it. That's when it started to get to the point. I was like, I have to start keeping track of this. So I had and I always put down the date that I purchased it. But I had a whole bunch that didn't have a date, because they got them before I kept track of the receipts and all that stuff. So I was going through trying to figure out the dates of them. I found some of them from orders online, and most of them I was like, I'm never going to figure out the date. So what I did is I'm going to go through my pictures, and the first time I see it in my pictures, I'm just going to put down that's the first time that I can confirm that I got it. I know I probably got it some October 8th, 2010 was the first time I know the two figures I got on that date. Then the next time first time I saw pictures was like September of 2011. So sometime in between in those 11 months, I got a whole bunch of figures. But except for the two on that date, that first date, I don't know any of the others. So I just caught them on that first date. Yeah. Anyway, so I was going through doing all that. Turns out like there was like almost 700 of them. It took me a while, but it was pretty cool going looking. Oh man, I remember that one. Oh, I remember that one. So might be pretty cool to bring out some of those older figures and that don't get much love anymore, just in general, or maybe just in my in my own collection because they're hidden off in a bin somewhere. So maybe pull them out and do that. I think I did that a little while back. I pulled out that Titans Return Alpha Tryon for some reason.
Sorry, could you say that again?
I'm not talking to you.
Having trouble.
I'm not talking to you, Siri. Shut up. I must have moved my hand right and hit a button. So yeah, so maybe I'll do that. Yeah, you know, it's weird. If I move my hand a certain way, it'll somehow accidentally press one of the buttons or whatever, and so yeah. Yeah, and read more. Yes, yeah. I need to. All right. Oh, hey, we picked up a few more viewers. Well, so anybody who just joined, welcome. You came here just in time for the sign off. In fact, let me go to the full screen. Oh, also keep an eye out for new shirts. I got a whole bunch of shirts for Christmas, and I just haven't brought them out yet because I needed clear space in my closet. I got like 11 new shirts. Not all of them Transformers. I got a few Star Wars ones in there too. But I'm waiting need to clear some space in my closet, get them washed, and then they'll start working their way into rotation. Because I looked, it's been like 2 years I've had these shirts. It feels like yesterday. But anyway, so we got more of those coming. But beyond that, I want to say thank you for everybody being here. I'm Engineer Hoist. Keep rolling, my friends. We'll see you next time.